Hey guys, how's it going? We're just out here working on Tyler's WRX with the flathead, and his shifter's really loose, so we're doing the shifter bushings on it today. And I just popped the front one out here. Can't see exactly where it's going, but judging by where all this stuff is, it's really retarded and it's stupid to get to. But he's got some new energy suspension ones over there, and
this is the old shitty one that we just popped out. I mean, it's not even that bad, but it's old and it's rubber, so it's time for some polyurethane ones.
yeah.
And
So what were the symptoms of, like, why did you want to change them? Just because it's really loose?
Because it is extremely loose, and there's so much play in my shifter, which is kind of, it's not even something to do with the fact that it's old. It's just how WRXs and, well, it's actually just how the stock bushings are on Subarus, or at least mine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm switching them up so I don't have to deal with that anymore, and hopefully it fixes the problem. Otherwise, I'll have to do something else.
People were saying that this front one was a really big bitch to get off. It took me, what, like a minute?
Yeah, that wasn't that. Well, actually, taking it off wasn't the big bitch.
It's putting it on that's the hard part.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay,
Yeah, because
get the grease out.
Because what most people will buy is they'll go with like a Cobb or the Cart Boy. Cart Boy is really popular, and most of them are two-piece, where this one is one solid piece.
Is it the same size? Compare them.
It is, I believe, the same size. Yes.
Okay.
So, there you go. Old and new. Garbage, not garbage. And some people have actually cut these in half down the center, so they could have a two-piece and then slide it in both sides, because that is way easier. But
we can still do that.
We can, but
we're not.
We should try not to do that. I'd rather not cut it in half because it's not supposed to be.
Make it harder for me. That's fine.
Okay. So we're gonna grease this thing up and pop it into place, and then it's on to the rear one. So we will update you then.
Okay, so we just finished the bushings. It's been like
a long time. It's probably been a couple hours since we last were talking about this. And
so basically what happened was it was really stupid to get the rear bushing out just the way the the rear bushing was like it was metal on the outsides, like we can't show you now, but like the new one was all polyurethane and it was all bendy, but the stock one was metal. Where is the stock one?
Oh shit, I put it away. It's in there, but it was sure.
But it's like all metal, and it was really hard to get out because it was just catching on the top of the drive shaft, and we couldn't drop the drive shaft because the bolts that were holding it on. So like, as you can see, like the actual bushing part is only this part.
That's
and this
the only rubber spot. This is all metal.
And so it was just really, like, I couldn't bend it to get around the drive shaft. And even when I dropped the center support on the drive shaft, it was still stupid to get out. So then, basically we solved it by taking off the front bushing when I had already spent a long time getting that all in place and all set. So we had to retake it off, move the linkage out of the way more so we could get the old bushing off, and a bunch of stuff like that. But now they're both on, and like just from when I like first tested how much play there was, like there was some play before, and now there's like nothing. Like the linkage will barely even move. So.
Which was the goal. So hopefully when I take it for a drive, it's actually a lot stiffer.
Yeah.
So, job complete. Took quite a bit longer than we expected it to.
But this is something that you've wanted to do for a while. Okay, we just got done doing the bushings, going for the first ride here. And how does it feel?
So much better.
Is it?
It is.
Good.
Yeah, it made a big difference.
Good. So, yeah. There's...
Oh, wait. What?
how much play is in it right now. Oh. It feels better though?
It's about the same amount of play back and forth, but when I'm shifting into the gear, it's not as sloppy back and forth the whole way. So while it's in gear, it's got a little bit more play, or just the same amount of play as before.
Yeah.
But it's just more direct. It feels a little bit more direct, which is good.
Okay, so now that the bushings are fixed, you guys were calling for a full walk around of this car, because
So dirty right now. So I kind of wish that we would have watched it beforehand, but yeah, this is your walk around.
yeah, we did one probably like one of the first 5 videos on the channel, but
yeah.
it's grown a bit since then, so we'll do another walk
Not
around
like
here.
an insane amount, and most of it's all cosmetics, but
Yeah.
we've actually filmed a walk around a while ago,
Yeah.
but we never did upload it.
No.
Then things changed. We never uploaded it, and then a couple more things changed, so there was no point to even do it. So I don't even remember what things have changed since the last time we uploaded an update.
No. So let's just do like a full, like everything.
I guess just a full walk.
Okay. So engine stuff. What do we got?
Oh god, it's just a K&N intake. That's all I've done to the engine, but it's also got an access port.
Yep.
Access port version 2. It's on a stage 2 tune right now, so a 94 octane, but we're in Canada, so really it's like a 91 octane in the States.
Yep.
It's running about 15 psi, which is kind of high. It's higher than I would like to run, because that's not very safe for what my engine setup is. It's practically stock. The exhaust is a full turbo back exhaust. The downpipe is a catted downpipe from Cobb.
Yep.
And the rest of it is an eBay special catback that I did not put on it. It was on the car when I bought it, same as the downpipe.
Yeah.
And I do want to change that in the future.
Okay, then so that's all that's done to the like mechanical stuff, right? Stock
Pretty
everything
much
else.
That is all mechanically what's changed. We just did the shifter bushings, the front and rear shifter bushings.
Yeah.
Bitch of a job, but it's done now.
Anyways, okay, let's do wheels.
Okay.
What do we got going on?
I honestly could not tell you which ones that they are, because I mean, I can't remember.
They're Rotas.
They're Rotas. They're 18-inch Rotas. The offset is pretty high. It's like a 48 offset or something like that. It's pretty high, because on Subarus, without doing any fender modification, it's hard to fit them properly. So on the fronts, I actually have 20mm spacers. And
I thought they're 25.
No, 25 would have been
1
an
inch
spacer.
Oh, I thought they
They're
were
20
inch. Oh, okay.
So they're not quite 1 inch spacers. They're 20mm spacers on the front, and I have the 20 mils for the rear, but we took them off because once I lowered the car, oh, that's another thing. The springs that I have, it's a STI strut on all 4 corners with tine lowering springs. And with that and no fender modification, I can't run these rims with the 20mm spacers because I get some major rubbing issues.
Yep.
And it's awful.
And
So,
we'll show the result of that over here.
Yeah. The last time you guys saw this quarter panel, it would have been all purple and disgusting and garbage. And now it is all nice and color matched and fixed, except for this one crack here, which is the result of having those 20mm spacers on the back. It bumped it too many times. It was probably going to happen regardless whether or not the spacers were on there, just from all the bumps in the road and the shock from the body. But it made it happen way quicker. So this happened probably a couple days after we fixed it.
We painted the brake calipers red because we're sweet.
That there is a video on. That happened quite well. Actually, almost everything we've done there's a video on.
Yeah.
But that was quite a while ago. Interior wise, it has just the black Cobb shift knob.
If it'll focus. Will it focus? Will it focus? Nope, it's called though.
Let me see. And then as you can see, this is a WRX, but it has the STI seats, front and rear. The front ones are in decent condition, but the rear ones are perfect. They are, I doubt anyone has ever sat in these things. They're in such good condition. My ones that I took out of here, I actually really liked, but simply the fact that these were STI seats, I swapped them out because
They're blue.
They're blue, they are suede, and they're really nice seats, so I couldn't pass them up. I pretty much straight across traded them with a guy with an STI. He wanted a more sleek black look, so we traded.
And to me, they feel like buckets, but
they actually,
might just be stupid.
The WRX seats and the STI seats are virtually the same seats, but with a different material over top. So that's really the only change. Sean thinks that they actually do hug him a little bit better, but I don't really notice a difference coming from my old seats to these ones, but I do like the look of them a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
The STI scoop, there is a video on that as well. I changed that over, super easy job, but I'm glad I finally did it. The one last thing that I really would like to do is get rid of this shitty bumper. It looks absolutely crap. I mean, there's so much damage on it. Everywhere there's stuff like this is just all over the entire thing, and it's not too easily noticeable when you're standing 10 feet away from it, but it's awful. And it's also just a WRX front bumper, which is basically just an Impreza bumper, so I really want to get the STI one.
Yeah. And then you also swapped with that guy, the side skirts.
Yes, the side skirts are also from an STI, so they have a little bit more shape to them. I like them better. He liked the sleek look, like I said, so he wanted a little more stealthy, non-performance look. So he took mine, I took his. These I just painted about a couple months ago, if that. I like the color, but they're too dark. And you can't see them. Like, if I step back here, you probably can't even tell that they're there. So I would like to change that. I'm going to paint them white, and I'm going to paint them white pretty soon here. I actually have I think I'm going to get it, but I have a pretty special shift knob coming. It's like a limited edition one, and it's made by the same brand as this one. It's a happy ending shift knob with that's going to be in conjunction with Billet Works, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. They're pretty popular and they make really awesome weighted shift knobs.
Your headlights?
My headlights I actually did do. I spent quite a while on them, and I think that they look a hell of a lot better. I blacked them out. I took away all the orange, the amber lights. I didn't leave any orange in there because I don't care if it's a little bit illegal. I can't. I would do it again if I needed to. I would do it over 1,000 times. And this little piece here, I painted black instead of taking out, because if you take the whole piece out, it leaves a few little holes. It's like a little gap here, and then I think one back there. There's a couple clips that it clips into, and it's exposed, and it's kind of an eyesore in my opinion, but
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It really isn't.
And you can't really tell that it's even painted in there. It just kind of blends in. So
back here,
I don't know if I've ever really shown this or explained this, but my license plate is a custom license plate. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it and kind of wondered about it. If you can't figure that out, I feel sorry for you. Watch Fast and Furious, all of them, many times, and you'll probably understand it. At least the first one. It's too soon, Junior. And unfortunately, we can only have 6 characters, and I know there's only 5 there. I was trying to do 2S00NJR, but it was one too many, so I had to shorten it and take both of them out. But I've had some pretty interesting compliments on it and comments. A lot of people don't understand it, but some of the people who do get it, they say that is awesome and it's very creative, so I'm happy with it. The wing, the same guy I swapped the seats with and I swapped the side skirts with, I also swapped the wing with at the same time. The whole trunk, actually, the whole trunk and wing, because if there's any of you who don't know, probably don't know, this is bolted on with probably about 15 or 17 different screws holding this into place. It is solid, and it's a bitch to patch all those holes if you were to take it off and just, yeah. So people with the STI who want a wingless look, they'll just swap the whole trunk over. These are wing stabilizers. I picked these up used from a guy in Vancouver and got them for half the price I would have paid new. So I'm glad I did that as well. I've been wanting that for a while. A lot of this, I mean, this little tow hook, I think we also did a video on. Little Benin stainless steel tow hook. It's all neochrome. It's a nice little touch. I think that's pretty much it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually, these little stickers up on the front here, these little WRX stickers, I ordered off eBay, and I've got a couple of them. I've got red as well as the white, but I went with white, and I think I'm going to keep them there as long as they look good, and they've actually lasted months and months, and there's no wear on them whatsoever. And as soon as I get my my front horns painted, and then as well as my shift knob, which will be white, I will have a few different white accents. And who knows, in the short future, these might be painted white, or powder coated white, or plastic dipped white, I don't know. But if it's cheap enough, I'll do it, and I think it'll switch up the look of it.
So what the hell do you want to do with this thing?
Oh god, yeah, okay. I actually have at my house right now everything to lift the Subi.
He wants to go rally stands.
I have Forester struts from a 2004 Forester XT. The XT ones are a little bit stiffer than ones from just a regular Forester, and I've thought about it quite a bit on raising it, which from where it sits now would be around 4 inches higher. It'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I also have what they call saggy butt spacers, which is a 3/8 of an inch spacer that sits on the strut, or near the strut, or basically on the strut on the rear, so that it levels it out a little bit. I am so back and forth, and I'm starting school in September, or in a couple weeks here, and I just feel like it's not a good time to raise it, because this is my only car, this is my daily car, and I feel like it should be put off, and I actually like handling, and if I raised it, it wouldn't handle, it just wouldn't, it would going around corners.
Yeah, can't go fast anymore.
There'd be so much body roll on every single corner. Even on stock height, which is only about an inch or two higher than this, it was already awful.
But you did say they are the XT struts.
They're the XT struts, which means they're stiffer, but it still is raising the car so much higher. The center of gravity is so much higher that I would feel it so much. There would be, it would no longer be, well, yeah.
No longer a race car.
It's no longer a race car.
So that, and you want to do with the exhaust, you want to straight pipe this thing? Well, except for the downpipe.
I don't actually want to straight pipe this thing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't want to. Because, again, I'm going to be driving this thing to and from school every single day, and on weekends. Every single day I will drive this car. And straight pipe will just, I'm sure it'll be awesome for the first month, but it'll get old really fast. I've heard that from so many different people, and it'll just get old really fast. So
Yeah, so that's kind of what he wants to do to it. And then, yeah, like your whole, yeah.
I do, however.
Money is money, and
yeah, I honestly, I don't see myself putting any more money into this thing anytime soon.
Yeah, he got a really good deal on it.
Yeah, this has been talked about before, but if this is the first video you're watching from us, I only paid $6,600 for this, and it came with an extra set of rims that I sold for $450. So do the math yourself. I just paid over $6,000 for this car, and I couldn't have been more happy with it.
Oh yeah, and like looking at all, like I haven't seen a WRX that cheap since you bought this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they're all
single
like,
one is-
anyone who has a WRX that's like a manual wants like 8-10 grand. It's stupid.
It's normally the cheapest one I've seen apart from mine, I think, was about 8 grand.
Yeah, and then like that's not even with all these mods on it. Like
No.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think you did good on it.
I did good, yeah. So I do plan on keeping it and driving it pretty much until it breaks, but who knows when that's going to be. It's already at almost 230,000 kilometers, but it still runs like it's 100,000 kilometers ago.
Yeah, it still runs really good. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. There's your full walk around of the Subi. And
if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I don't think there is anything that we missed, but if there is, just let us know. We're pretty good at responding to comments, so.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.